Stalwart Esports members, but they maintain that trigger discipline. And now for Stalwart, they know where Reject are. Sarah, taking a couple of shots. Analytics from Stalwart, they're going to be immediately dropping on down, but this is where things can get problematic. Because they are unaware that BC Swell are right behind and above them.
Now they're going to know because BC Swell players are pushing in with vehicles. They're making a lot of noise. Do they recognize that Stalwart didn't actually continue forward? They are not aware. They're the ones that got called out.
Oh my lord, that is such a mistake. Such a mistake coming in from BC Swell. Look at the preemptive incendiary as well. Stalwart Esports, when it comes to these fights, they're almost unbeatable. One of the best teams in the entirety of the server. Nice knock from Just This, but a quick trade from Top. 2 members knocked down now for BC Swell. Top's going to take a little bit of a breather to patch himself up, and Pika is going to be resing action. You got to bear in mind, Juzzy is very much alive. You can see slowly sneaking on in, but Juxie, meanwhile, okay, what's going on here?
Okay, CR Tomato jumped down from the bridge on a side note. On a side note, is Xavier is going to have Team Secret pushing in, and that's lovely. Defense, we also have Reject going to get pushed by Rico Infinity on this phase 4 shift. Rico Infinity, they want to grab control and qualify for this second Super Weekend. Also looking for the players of Stalwart.
Okay, I've given up. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I actually don't know what's going on. Everyone is battling everyone, and now we switch to Team Secret, who is going to be battling against Reject. Reject are everywhere, and so are Rico Infinity. They're just taking fights. I think that was a 6-way fight, if my math serves me right. Scry, a 6-way fight, Imperium. Actual madness. As Stalwart Esports, I don't know how, but they've managed to keep all 4 still alive and kicking, and they're now going to be grouping up and taking down STE. Oh my lord, get absolutely brutalized.
Aiming as well. I respect the fact that a few of these teams are waiting and biding their time until the last minute to move into this phase 5 circle, because if you go too early, often you can get caught out when you go too early into these kind of circles that involve so much water.
And things are not interesting. Things are miserable for Deadeye's guys. They came in a little late, and unfortunately, Imperium, it's out in the fields, out in the open. Yeah, they're going to be sitting ducks.
Yeah, indeed. Cryptic's also had a player get knocked down as well as Nova. DRS going up against each other. It's a body advantage to the side of DRS. A lovely knock onto Jimmy, leaves Powerboy on his own.
They're so low to the 3 members.
What?
What?
Okay, nice one, the path. Nice one.
Okay, that just okay, Nemo. All right. Take a bow.
Look at the circle shift.
I saw that. What is this? What is even going on? I love this. That's 80% water. 80% water and cliffs is nothing. There's a sliver of land for these players to play for, and still, by the way, this battle it's been going on for 50 years now, and no one has dropped yet. FaZe, all 4 still alive. Rico Infinity, those 2 still outstanding alongside Reject, and now we have the South Koreans in the form of Damwon Gaming joining the fray. Somehow, they have all 4 members still kicking and standing. And if I'm Stalwart Esports at the moment, oh boy, they're going to be licking the lips.
If you watch PUBG Mobile World League back in 2020, all I'm going to say is Ted 2.0.
Down now, Sarah. Oh boy, that's a big chunky piece of metal in his hands as Damwon Gaming straight into the water, where they're going to be having a nice underwater conversation with Ristico.
I appreciate that from Damwon Gaming. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and sometimes you just gotta send it into the water.
Yeah, and Galton's gonna send it into the Frankie.
Oh no!
Galton! Okay, that got a little messy. Stalwart Esports! Oh, that's a double knock. Tony K, phase up a potential in this particular game. And we have jinxed him a couple of times, but yeah, sure, they've lost a couple of members. But Uni from behind, he could be the snake in the grass.
So simple, but so effective underneath to block those spots of the bridge. Unfortunately, he does end up getting taken out by Gayals and DRS. 7 kills up in this game so far. We're left with our final 6 teams, and the only team with a full squad left, there are 2 players holding on to Shack, waiting for their opportunity to strike a Stalwart. Still have their full squad left alive.
Yeah, Stalwart are very... Oh my lord. You blink and you miss it. FaZe instantly just eliminated by Action single-handedly. So yeah, 5 teams still duking it out, but one of those teams have 4 alive. So no prizes for guessing who are the favorites here. Okay,
I'm looking at Stalwart as the favorites.
Oh, is that so? Wow,
Yeah,
very brave of you. Galzen having to basically... Oh, I love the repositioning coming in from Galzen, but unfortunately he tosses the Molotov thinking Action was playing behind the tree, but Action getting knocked down from the water. Now it's a 3-man squad, and the nade could potentially finish off Action. That would be huge! Oh, just shy by a couple of inches, and Stalwart will be good right now. Still continuing to rain fire from above onto the members down in the water. I'll tell you, I've never casted a circle like this in my entirety of casting PUBG Mobile.
Now the difference compared to last year is that last year players weren't using the vehicle situation had been in the passenger seat. That is what helped Genesis Dogma get the final kill onto the final DRS player. But then one gaming, your 2 players up could hug that rock side and punch your way into a bit of a chicken dinner situation, as Stalwart now have to start making their way into the water.
Top trying to provide information to his teammate, who unironically is the one on top. And that's great shot, great knock.
No way!
Infinity out. Wait, what? Wait, what did I just see there from Action? Wait, what? Okay, so I'm not even gonna pretend to say I casted that final zone well, because that just ended Stalwart Esports, just taking multiple fights, everyone in the water, and what has to be one of
staying up on the high ground as 4, kind of getting together and sweeping, killing off, eliminating some of the players up towards the top, and then kind of hedging their bets on moving down towards those beach areas. I think was really cool to see Stalwart solve the puzzle, not quite how everybody else was trying to solve the puzzle.
At the moment, other teams are starting to catch up here. Enigma Galaxy getting 2 points for themselves, but the MVP...
Woohoo!
Damn. I mean, eight eliminations this one's happening. Actually, it's just insane, these games. He's been popping off last game when he got himself those 4 eliminations early on onto FaZe and Bootcamp. This game also, he's the one that's always trying to initiate the good positions for his team to try and initiate some really good fights, and he just makes it happen time and time again. But hey, we're having a little bit of
damage coming in though from Action. Like, we looked at a table of damage that was done by all of the players during the middle of that game, right? And Paraboy was #1, but Paraboy had played 2 more games.
Very strong player for the team, and obviously in this league, but the Super Weekend Day 2 and 3 didn't really prove to be really too much in their favor.
Nades from DRS moving towards 4 rivals. That was a little bit far to the left, or to the right even, depending on which way you're looking at it. Team Secret take damage, but they have managed to get into that center circle. I'm looking at this map right now, no one really on the outside except for Frankie. Genesis Dogma and Stalwart is the main fight to progress into this circle right now. You see as we jump on board of it, nades going either way. Scry on the sidelines, looking for shots and action. Okay, moving into this car, I like this, potentially looking to reposition for some high ground with a nade as well. Might even just send into the crater after that knock. Action swings around, wants to swing in with the whiplash effect, but Booms is going to fall as well. And now Scry's riding high over the top side of the ridge line, and they are going to fall as Genesis Dogma being eaten alive by Stalwart.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous stuff. I mean, it's very hard to breach onto that location if Genesis Dogma are playing their cards right. But that is just the ability of Stalwart to get quick, clean kills. And I think that by that time, a team is able to arrange themselves for you. 4 rivals just looking over towards that location, trying to bait out any sprays from Nima. But Scry along the way, I mean, we just saw on the stats page that Scry has the most throwables in the game. And that's probably why, because
But Cryptic still yet to score on this one. DX Xavier having got eliminated, 0 points as well. BC Swell, no points. All of these teams yet to make a mark.
just living. Now, BC Swell's escape from this compound they currently hold. It's going to be a little bit difficult. They've got to get out of that zone. Luckily, there are walls around that compound, so they can hide some vehicles in there, so getting into the circle should be okay if they do have any vehicles at all, that is. FaZe, though, taking fights in their own way, and Stalwart currently just crushing it at the moment, moving up on 4 rivals as the player in the smoke can't quite make that 180 this time.
Going for the flush as well. It was a little bit too far past that field of view. Excellent timing from the 4 rivals player, but will fall down. 3 players from Stalwart stay alive, but Team Secret now moving in for the third party on the engagement. FaZe across the circle all the way as well. They have their own troubles to deal with. It's Cryptics in a really good set of compounds here. As John Burry trying to slow down Damwon Gaming as they make their approach.
Yeah, with not many people being able to breach the center of this map, considering it's so low down, Crypt is going to be alive for a long, long time, so they're probably getting a top 5 placing here just for this game alone, which is going to be great in adding totals to get up towards Nova, and if they win this one, they will just get 16th place off the bat.
Up their team, they want to keep everybody alive if they can. Beer 11 with a forwards face here, and the reses can start to come through on the back. The question is, what can Cryptics do with this time, the most valuable of resources that they have available to them? FaZe is suffering. A good cook there from Lazy Boy. Sends it out a little bit long, though. It's not going to find the damage. Marshall not able to stop the flush coming through. Beer 11 is now on the top floor of this one. The old topsy-turvy. The old switcheroo might want to jump out the window, but there's a nade up top, and Lazy Boy repositions him. 2 versus 1 now around the door frame, and Beer 11 holds for 1. Looks for more, but he is going to have to go for the weapon swap, and it's 2! Beer 11 doubles up, and Cryptics, it's all crumbling down around them, Blank.
This has a reminiscence back to Beer 11's incredible clutch out between him and Valdez the Murderer in previous PMGCs. He is an insane player when he was over on RRQ, and this time he is crushing it over here in FaZe Clan. Beer 11 back to form. We love to see
for all of our crucially placed teams, although there will be a couple of placements coming through from Cryptics. It's not ideal, it's far from it.
It really is far from at the moment. I mean, Cryptics going down there was so unfortunate. We do have BCS Swell also out. So realistically, all of those big teams that we wanted to hit points now out of the game. Nice and early. Beer 11 still going versus Sudan as well. Damwon taking massive shots, but this is BTR coming out of nowhere, coming from down from farm, looking to pick up some crops up towards the top side and harvest those points away from the teams.
I know it's December, but it is ripe for harvest. You're right. Bigatron, he's got the AWM as well for Ryzen. Devastating on this hillside. Look at the high ground advantage that they have as well. Phenomenal amounts of cover for them. It looks to suppress the position from Stalwart, but now's the opportunity. They're both back up and fighting. Luxie's low, needs to back off, needs to get some healing if he can, but it's really not looking too great. Looks for the spray towards FaZe, who have crested this ridgeline, and Stalwart are extremely keen to get up this hillside, just crunching the jaws of this pneumatic press. And U-High last standing for Bigatron.
Beer 11 is just intoxicated from that fight from earlier. He is looking so damn good. Now it's Stalwart versus FaZe. This will be a huge boost to confidence for FaZe if they can take out Stalwart. There's only 2 players. It's a 3v2 for the time being. And now FaZe sending Tony K out wide, looking for those extra angles. This is the opportunity you are afforded with the 3 players in hand. Nade goes to the top. It's beautiful. Beer 11. This game has been ridiculous from him.
Top now, last standing. We've seen him clutch it before, but only versus 2. This time it's versus 3. A good nade to start things off. Needs to get the first. Doesn't take any damage. Beautiful. MR5 down in the dirt. Beer 11 low as well. Top needs to swap the weapons. Get some damage onto the enemy team right now. Scry giving that info. There's the nade from Beer 11, but it sends out wide for Top. Looks for more, but no. FaZe taken away, and Beer 11 stands tall. It is phenomenal from FaZe as they take the chicken dinner. It is going to be FaZe Clan yet again, riding strong.
This has been a
it because they were no stretch of the imagination given this win. They were fighting tooth and nail, had to crash compounds, had to cross roads towards the end, and had to make pushes happen up on those high grounds that BTR was controlling, and then we had other controls going.
Also within this lobby. Now I'm worried for DXavian. They need to make some drastic changes towards their drop, towards their idea of how they make it in. But again, we get this Stalwart versus FaZe action. Already bears down. MR5 just checking out what's going on. I don't think you want to take a fight with Stalwart coming off the back of that game. They're hungry for that next win.
Action down the stairs. One player has gone down from Stalwart. They have lost Pika already, and Action has fallen as well. FaZe Clan going even, though, on these trades so far. Now with 2 players standing. Sorry, only the one now at the back. Top looking to try and challenge that one out as well. There's no way that MR5 can make it. The spray over the top is good, and that's going to find the first frag over onto top. The reses are coming through, and that forward guard is working out. FaZe yet to regroup. MR5 basically giving up the ghost on the rest of the team there. And now MR5 with it all to do, Blank.
Yeah, he found himself a first aid kit, which is very important, but Scry knows the location he's currently hiding in. Top just gets away from those angles, while Stalwart clears out the rest of FaZe here. I think FaZe is pretty happy because they found their way into the Super Weekend. They're getting some more practice against the best team, I would say, when it comes to team fighting in the lobby.
Remember about on this game. And they're looking to try and hold on by their fingernails. Blank Cryptics both getting knocked, and it's down to El Chapo. It's 2 healers going out in the blue zone, but 6 to 8 falling, and now we're down to 8 teams remaining. 7 teams now. Oh my goodness me, it's going to be 4 rivals going out, and that's 6
getting
teams
so
remaining.
close.
Cryptics and DXavier are in. DXavier, they have 4 points to their advantage, and it's only going to get worse here. Cryptics looking to hold on out. 4th place necessary for them, but DXavier, if they stay alive for the same amount of time, Blank, that could be good for them.
We need to know how many meds these boys have on board. No one spotted out El Chapo. As soon as he moves from this rock, it's curtains for him.
Middle, there's DXavier falling out in 6th place. 4 limbs, 6th place.
No.
And that's going to be Cryptic staying alive just that little bit longer, up to 5th place. One
He
more.
needs to hit
One more
4.
team needs to fall, and they aren't going to quite make it. Oh, it's down to the wire. Blank, it's so disastrous for Cryptics. They're eliminated in 5th. Did they get an elim? He might have got an extra point, Blank. I have no idea what's just happened to those standings, and Nova are sweating bullets still, but we have 4 teams remaining.
That is terrifying for Cryptics. Going out in 5th place is not where they want to go, and it's that amount of first aids they had to use to get into the circle from that south side. Action takes down Down1 Gaming, and it's looking like it's gonna be a Stalwart finish. I mean, they came off that last game not quite taking it, but here, they're ready to take the full win. Just Jasper out in the distance, but it's really that fight between DXavier in a similar position out in the open. It's a bit difficult for Jasper. I would love to see him get the double-double and take the win. But, you know, he's just waiting until they're in the same spot. Now they are.
Did he miss that first aid? No, he managed to get it. Oh, was that shots? Is he taking shots? Oh,
Yeah,
it's right down.
Yeah.
He has a lot of first aids, to be fair. And he's waiting out.
Just needs to move forward.
They are out in the open. He's waiting for the tree to provide some cover. You can see he wants to move out to the right-hand side here. He's going for the shots, lines up, one for top, looks for the knock, and Action nails it. Of course he does. Stalwart puts them out of their misery, and MS Shonburi falls. Stalwart getting the chicken dinner, but it's all to play for at the bottom of the tables. Nova at risk.
Very much so at risk here. I'm worried, and like I said, to be fair, no.
To say, I mean, we've had 3 matches straight where the rankings came up right away, and now this one, it's like it's not even me holding us back. You know, everyone's just like, no, we're gonna make everyone.
3 chicken dinners with 140
That's
points, able
insane.
to overtake Infinity. That had such a huge lead on that first day. Like, oh man, I am
Max,
so impressed with Stalwart.
They got more points in 8 matches than they got in 15 in the Super Weekend. By
As well as ranked.
There we go.
Oi! Oh, they didn't make it! Oh!
One placement point separating the 2 teams.
Oh.
Cryptics knocks out Nova from the 2nd Super Weekend.